Hey guys, it's Mike here, and welcome to another video. We're going to be bringing you today talking about Dragon Ball Super, and a question that so many people have asked me, especially recently with the ongoing tournament of Universe 6 versus Universe 7, and that is, why do Goku and Vegeta not transform into Super Saiyan 2s or Super Saiyan 3 transformations anymore, and why are they going straight to Super Saiyan God, Super Saiyan, or now, I guess, Super Saiyan Blue? And I'm bringing along someone who can help me to answer this question, you know, someone you're all familiar with by now, and you should be if you haven't been, and his name is...
I sure hope that by now they remember to call me Daddy, or Sir.
That's what the D stands for, after all.
Yes, it is. Geekdom, the undisputed overlord and ruler of this community. How are you?
Yeah, I mean, you got a nice throne, but, you know, the stool I kneel down on is pretty nice, too, if you know what I mean, but, anyway.
Well, I've heard about your stool, especially after Taco Bell, and it's pretty disgusting. So.
Oh, yeah, I mean, shout out to them, but, so basically, you know, let's talk about this. Why did they not transform into Super Saiyan 2 or 3 anymore? Why do you think that is, and what evidence do you think could support your opinion for or against, or whatever it happens to be?
Well, first and foremost, we really don't know why they even are using the golden-haired form to begin with, because we haven't been given a clear explanation as to why yet, as of this recording. Maybe we'll get it next week or in a couple episodes, but we don't know. My guess is to conserve energy. Now, different question you're asking, why didn't they use SS2 or 3? Well, first of all, there was a Toriyama interview from about a year and a half ago, I think it was about a year and a half ago, when he said that he doesn't think that we're ever going to see those forms again. Now, also, there was another interview where Toriyama got mixed up about what SS2 and SS3 look like.
Yeah.
Now, the answer to that question, there's two parts to it because there's two forms. SS3, Super Saiyan 3, I can completely understand as to why they wouldn't use that form. Number one, it eats up too much energy, and that's really the main reason. We saw this in the Buu saga when Goku was fighting Kid Buu powering up. He tried to, unleash as much power as he could, and he burned himself out. SS3 has a lot of flaws, and I know a lot of fans love that form, but what's told to us is that the form uses up a lot of ki, unnecessarily so. And as a result of that, yeah, Goku might use it in this fight, but it would maybe drain him and make him too tired for the next fight. But again, then that begs the question, well, why would they even use SS1, gold-haired? Because if they can just go blue, they could just knock out all these guys, and now we know how strong they are.
Yeah.
I figured Goku could have just knocked out Frost, knocked out Vegeta. Maybe that one wouldn't be so easy, right? But Kabe...
Yeah, I mean, he could knock him out of the ring, probably.
Exactly, out of the ring. And that's my point, that it doesn't make any sense. As far as SS2 go, I don't really understand that one, because when we're first introduced to the form, and as the series progressed, we found out that SS2, Super Saiyan 2, is pretty much the perfect next level to SS1.
Yeah.
Grade 1, Grade 2, Grade 3, those are good. Grade 4, they're fine and dandy, but SS2 is the legitimate next evolution. And you would think that they would use that form more often, because as far as we know, there's no drawbacks. As far as we know, there has never been anything in the manga or the anime that tells us that there's a drawback to that form.
Yeah.
So I don't even know why they don't use it. The problem with this question is that we haven't been told, and all we can do is guess, unless you have a good guess.
Well, the thing is that there is some kind of hint that Toriyama gives, even about 2, which is basically a retcon from what, the initial purpose of it was. And Toriyama basically said that Super Saiyan 2 and Super Saiyan 3 are basically just powered up versions of Super Saiyan 1, similar to the other grades, like,
which is again very contradictory to retcon. That is a retcon right there, completely.
Yes. And so he said that basically, they're not as stable or as balanced, even though 2 should be, as the original Super Saiyan. So basically, Goku and Vegeta and all of his friends are going to try and power up their base form and their Super Saiyan 1 form from that point on, and that was after Battle of Gods. And then, of course, after that, he introduced, Super Saiyan Blue. So, I mean, yes, the question you raised earlier about the fact that they just don't use Super Saiyan Blue when you keep your ki inside your body, so you automatically should be able to retain more energy within you, doesn't really make a lot of sense. But overall, I mean, basically, I feel like the whole general reason as to why they're not going to use that transformation 2 or 3 is because Toriyama said so. I mean, the thing that they really should have done is followed up on that in Super proper and just gave an explanation, like Goku or Vegeta said, these 2 forms, even though they yield such a great increase, they still bring out our energy way too fast, and we don't want to do that. We want to have complete and total control of our ki at any single moment. And they just just didn't do that. So it's annoying and it causes a lot of confusion. So I get comments all the time, well, they could just go Super Saiyan 2 or 3. Why aren't they doing that? Why would Vegeta go straight to blue? But, I mean, for all we know at this point in time, Super Saiyan 2 and 3 might as well not even exist because they're not going to use them.
Exactly, and you hit the nail on the head. There's no explanation. That's the big problem, is that we don't have an explanation. And again, it's the same thing that's been a problem that's been plaguing Dragon Ball Super for quite some time now, is that shit just happens with no real explanation. And yeah, because there's no reason. And again, there's lots of fan theories out there, lots of fan speculation about why the forms aren't being used anymore, what the drawbacks are, but none of that stuff's been said. So we're just guessing. And I'm kind of, to be honest with you, I'm a little tired of playing the guessing game, to be blunt.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just pissing me off.
I mean, Toriyama is supposed to give us, like he even said, oh, it's a simple series that anyone can understand. Well, we're not simple-minded at all. Well, I mean, I'll speak for myself.
I was going to say, have you read the comments?
But the fact of the matter is, even the simple-minded at this point can't seem to understand this, and even the super brains of the community can't understand what the hell is going on half the time either. So, come on, Toriyama, please, try and do a little bit better in the series, or, tell Toei or Toyotaro to do a little bit better and explain this stuff to us, and I hope that during the fight
it's going to be up to Toriyama to tell them what to say, right?
Yeah, I mean, so I hope during, when Goku, perhaps turns into one, he explains the whole thing, but, I mean, the most we've gotten so far is, this is the newest transformation, Super Saiyan Blue, and then he
it's just
knocks
to
out...
sell toys.
Yeah, pretty much.
That's all it is. Just remember that. It's just to sell toys.
In the
end. As long as you remember that, we're good to go.
Absolutely. So, basically, this has been a video we were talking about trying to answer that question, and in the end, it's a very hard question to answer, but there are educated guesses that we can make, and that's better than just saying, this happened inside Dragon Ball GT. But thanks, Big D, for coming out. Check out his channel, and don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe. And
always, baby.
Say, always.
And one more thing, there's no such thing as Super Saiyan White.
No, there
Just
isn't.
making sure you know that.
Absolutely. Talk to you later.
Bye.
You better subscribe.